Peace, love, and light family. Sister Toffee here, creator of KMSC.online, plus Tarot for the Chosen. Here for a reading for the month of October. Today is the 1st. Hope you guys are doing okay. If you haven't been to this channel, thank you for visiting this channel. I appreciate your time. I appreciate your attention and your energy. And hey, if you like the information that you get here, why not consider subscribing? After subscribing, you can push that thumbs up button to say that you like the video, and that way it will reach somebody else that might be able to use this guidance. So for those of you that have never been to this channel, I do tarot, but I use it in a way that is unique to my own understanding of spirit. I ask spirit to give us guidance based on ancient Egyptian spiritual science. This reading in particular is just going to be a basic query for the month of October for those that are chosen, that are called to transmute the pain of their past, turn it into power, and then move out on their spiritual purpose. So we're going to use this deck I have in my hand, which is the Los Scarabeo deck. You should be able to find that online. If you hear any noise in the background, please forgive it. The energy for this day is number 9. Number 9 connects us to Aset. Aset is the goddess of rebirth in ancient Egyptian spiritual science. It connects you to your sacral and sexual chakra, and it's about giving birth to the new. The bottom of the deck, we got 8 of Wands. So it looks like we're going to have some things to carry. We're going to have some things to carry next month, some responsibilities. We're going to clarify each one of these cards with the Rider-Waite. So we'll see what the Rider-Waite has to say. And I'm going to call in my ancestors and spirit guides so that we can be sure to have a clear, concise reading with divine energy, divine guidance, divine purpose, divine will, divine light, which is awareness. So blessed Heavenly Father, Mother God, thank you for this day. I thank you for this moment. I thank you for the month of October. I thank you for the viewers that are watching. Please give myself and all viewers listening that are chosen to transmute the negative energies and experiences of their past, turn it into power, and make it into a purpose to serve your will, the guidance that's needed for us to move forward successfully in the month of October 2023. I thank you that it's already done. Now, Father, Mother God, Master, I ask you to bring in my ancestor spirit guides, my guardian angels, those that came with me my first birth, second birth, third birth, and any divine beings who are in alignment with your divine will that wish to come into this space. Bring in my ancient Egyptian ancestors, my protected ascended masters from the I Ching, and any other spirit guides that are for the divine will of the entire planet and humanity. Thank you. Amen and I say. So we got 4 cards, family. 4 is Ma'at. It's also the heart space. I'm just doing a random read. I never ever did it this way. All cards are facing down. We're going to see what comes up after I finish laying down all the cards. So the first deck that I have out is the Los Scarabeo deck. The next is the classic Rider-Waite deck. Now I have the Moonology by Yasmin Boland. The next I'm going to be using, what is this one? I think it's Soul Journey by James Van Praagh. The next after that will be Cyril Marchetti's deck, the Gilded Reverie Tarot. And after that, it will be the Denise Jarvis deck, which is Ascend to the Light. After that, it will be the Alice in Wonderland deck. And the final 2, if we get to it, will be the Ascension deck. Diana Cooper, I believe, was the creator of the Ascension deck. And then Animal Whisper Empowerment deck. Who was that by? I'm not quite sure, but it'll be in the description of other videos prior to this one. So you can check in the description of one of those, but I'll show you the title of the Empowerment deck. So far we have 3 different decks out with 4 cards each. We're clarifying the original card from the ancient Egyptian deck, and we're going to see what Spirit has for us. I'm excited to see because I've never done a reading like this. We got an extra card in the Moonology, so I'm not sure what that's going to be, but I'm going to take it. Hope you guys are doing okay on this Sunday. Hope you're feeling at peace. And if you're not, I pray that the divine will give you the peace so that you can move forward. And if you don't have the clarity of how to get it, I pray the divine will give you the wisdom on how to transmute whatever you're feeling or thinking and do the alchemy, because there's always a solution. Every problem or every challenge has a solution. Sometimes the solution is releasing and letting go of something that we are holding on to. I'm just intuiting that. So ancestor, spirit guides, ascended masters, those who came through my first birth, second birth, third birth, specifically my ancient Egyptian ancestors, come into this space and continue to clarify these cards. This one came up failure, but it was in reverse. So again, I was saying solutions to problems, failure, but it came in reverse. It says, I understand that a mistake is only an opportunity to learn. So this was the only card that was not face down. So we'll see what else comes out. 4 cards, please. Thank you. Please and thank you, family. That's 1 card. 4 cards. All right. We got another extra one. We got 2 extra ones. So the other 2 extra cards we have out are purpose. I know what I am here to do. I know what I am here to do. So do you know what you're here to do? Growth. I want to expand my consciousness and my awareness. So intuitively, I'm believing we're going through a new timeline, and we just had some very active moon energy. I didn't check the astrological charts from any particular astrologers, which I should have, but I've been really busy, a lot going on. But I did get a nice, beautiful view of the moon. I may use it as the thumbnail. It says it's time to release negativity. Full moon in Scorpio. That's from the Moonology deck. Time to release negativity. Okay, and so it's quite interesting that it came right next to these 2. Failure. So it's about transmuting your idea of what failure is, okay? Because when we mull over the past and things we can't change, it blocks us. I understand that a mistake is only an opportunity to learn. Give yourself a break, give other people a break. We're human. It's the human experience. No one is perfect here. We are all flawed. We make mistakes. Take a lighter and gentler approach to life and your accomplishments. It's time to release negativity. Full moon in Scorpio. So get another way to think about the things that you feel you should have done or didn't do this way or that way. Give yourself some slack. Give yourself some compassion. And give others compassion. Life right now is very challenging for many people. We're all going through a lot. Do the best you can to show compassion to others and yourself. But you still need to understand your purpose, okay, and how to properly show compassion to yourself and others, because you don't want to stunt your growth, okay? The topic that came up in my consciousness was being a people pleaser. Many of us are transforming from being a people pleaser and learning how to follow the divine guidance as opposed to the past programming of our past, from whether it's childhood or whether it's a past relationship. We all have been programmed in some way or another. The thing is it programming you to have what? At the bottom of the deck, self-esteem. It says, I possess gifts of the soul that benefit me and others. So if your programming is not benefiting you and others, then it needs to be overhauled and reprogrammed. So whatever information you're getting should be helping yourself and others. And this is where you get self-esteem, knowing that whatever you're doing in life is helping not just yourself, but other people too. And if people or an environment or some type of information is not making you feel this self-esteem, then maybe it's not to your benefit, because this is our purpose. Okay? I possess gifts of the soul that benefit me and others. You need to understand the gifts of your soul. And you can only do that by studying yourself. Okay? Devotion. I was just listening to Earth, Wind, and Fire, that song, You Need Devotion. Maybe I'll link it. I'm not quite sure. Maybe or not. Okay, we're going to continue. That was just basic information that my spirit guides are giving us. Okay, so we need to get prepared for our purpose. We have to transmute the perspective we had on the past about failure. That's the negativity we need to release so that we can move into future growth. So it's about getting a new perspective. Thank you, spirit guides. You're always on time. All right, 2 cards came out. We need 2 more, please. Face down, preferably. Hope you guys are doing okay. Hope you're feeling well, blessed, balanced, and peaceful. And if you're not, I know you have the power and the wisdom and the ability to transform any negative, low vibrational energy, thoughts, beliefs, or habits that you have. You are a divine being, and you possess the ability to transform and transmute any low vibrational energy. Everybody has all aspects of the tarot inside of them. Everyone has all aspects of astrological signs inside of them, the positive and the negative. It's up to you to choose which one you're going to work on. It's like the Indian proverb about the good wolf and the bad wolf. Which one, the one you feed will grow. It's the one that you feed. So if you feed your light, then your light will grow. If you feed your darkness will grow. So at the end of the day, we're meant to be compassionate to others. There's a compassionate but not sacrificial. Okay, in my personal opinion, I believe in the Master Christ, Christ Jesus, Yeshua, Yahweh ben Yahweh. Call him what you want to call him, Ra. He already came and transmuted all negative energies, and so if you choose to allow yourself to be put in a place of subterfuge or abuse, or allow a narrative that does not give you self-love and self-esteem, then you're doing it to yourself. The price was already paid. He said he came that we might have life and have it more abundantly. And so it's up to us to choose that abundance. No one can force us. That's where Sphere 6 in the ancient Egyptian comes in, the will of God, which reflects the sun. Okay, that's another card. One more card. We're at 12 minutes. Okay. Got an extra card. These flipped out, so I'm going to leave them out. This one is Master number 22. It's from the Gilded Reverie Tarot. Lenormand. Gilded Reverie Lenormand. I'd say that this is about self-love, because the stairway it's shaped into a heart. And although there's 2 paths, it still leads up to one destination, which is the cosmos, you see? And so self-love, practicing self-love and learning how to master yourself, whatever your challenges are, this will lead you to your cosmic identity, which is the realization that you are God and God is you. You and God are one. And you are one with God when you become the self that you are in your spiritual identity. When you walk in your animal identity, you don't know who you really are. The only way to find your true self is through self-love. And how do you do that? You walk up the path. You walk up the steps of self-mastery. Master number 11, 22, 33, 44. And this is what you do. You balance out those polarities of logic and creativity, feminine and masculine energy. Understanding yourself. You walk and take a step. Each step leads you to mastery. 22 equals a 4. That's balance of the heart. In ancient Egyptian science, the heart is where your emotions and your disposition is balanced against the feather. And if you are holding on to a lot of anger, negativity, sadness, and you don't purify yourself and become like a child, which is the card that flipped out after this, which is ironic, or is it? Maybe my spirit guides are actually here, right? If you don't purify your heart and become like a little child, you cannot enter the kingdom of heaven. Okay? We've got 2 4s here. We got a 1 and a 3, and we got 22, it still equals a 4. It's about balance. And both of those equal what? Number 8, intelligence, Sebek, ruled by Gemini, Virgo energy. Okay, the planet Mercury, intelligence. Okay, Anubis is the ancient Egyptian god that helps you with inner transformation of the dark experience or the experiences or the base experiences of your life, and helps you move into intelligence. What is intelligence? Making your heart light like a feather, becoming like this child again, healing your inner child. So balancing out the heart comes through transmutation of our thoughts. We release the negativity through getting a new perspective on the things that we've been through. And instead of calling it failure, we call it transformative power. We get a new perspective, and then transforming it becomes a way of creating a purpose. And we share that purpose, that wisdom, with others, like I'm doing at this very moment. And that's called what? Growth. So that's what we have here, growth. Just like the cards that we were talking about earlier. So I'm going to leave those to the side. So it looks like the divine is guiding us to continue to transform our energy. The 2 cards that came out earlier, we first started, were these 2. Failure, get a new perspective on what that is. Failure says, I understand that a mistake is only an opportunity to learn. So instead of saying I made a mistake, say this was an opportunity for me to learn something. I didn't make a mistake. I did something that so that I can learn. And then as I learn, I can grow from this understanding. And then I can step out on my purpose. And that will give me what? Growth. Right? And as you learn and transform your perspective, you release the negativity. Right? Scorpio is all about transformation. Okay? It has to do with karma. Aries and Scorpio are the 2 astrological signs connected to the planet Mars. And it's all about transformation. Okay? It's all about transformation. So it looks like we're still doing work. I'm starting to believe that this entire life is all about transforming our inner being. The thing that makes it difficult is that the way that we live is where our physicality is what sustains our life more than the inner world in this physical realm. So this is where the juxtaposition comes in. Makes things very difficult. And this is why the number 4, again, is so important. Balance. We have to figure out a way to balance out our spiritual and our physical life. It's not easy. Every day is not going to be the same. Some days are going to be off kilter. Other days are going to be in alignment. But there's nothing we can do about those days that are not in alignment. The days that are not in alignment, we just let it go. We release it. We say a prayer. We ask God to help us to understand how we can do things better. Ask God, what can I do to bring balance in my life? Your life is your life. No one can tell you how to live your life. It's yours. So you have to ask the divine, what do I need to do to bring balance in my life? Because it's about you bringing balance to your life. And so I'm going to tell you, I think for the next 3 days, we should have full moon energy still around. This is the month of October, which means Samhain or Halloween, as some call it, is still around. Some people see it as a day for people to do dark magic. I don't see it as that. I see it as a day where the veil being thin has been a commonplace thought of people that are in spiritual alchemy, and they use it to ask their ancestors and spirit guides to speak to them. So I'm not quite sure what you do or what you would like to do regarding this holiday. People want to say it's not a holy day. It can be a holy day if you make it that. This card jumped out. This is about new beginnings. So as I said, the divine is trying to bring us into new beginnings. This number 6 aligns us with the divine will, which is Heru, the will of God, and it's also it's choice. No one can make you choose what is best for you. Okay? There's a scripture that says, I put before you life and death, and the power of and life and death are in the power of the tongue. So affirmations are significant right now? What are you speaking to yourself? What are you speaking over your life? What are you speaking about your future? What are you speaking about your past? Are you telling yourself that you've leveled up? I've been doing a wonderful job on mastering myself. I've come through so much. I'm so proud of myself. I've been doing a great job. If other people don't agree with what I've done, well, that's not my personal problem. It's theirs. I feel great about myself. I love myself. I am empowered by my past. I am not a victim of my past. I have used my past experiences as a purpose to empower myself and others. This wisdom I have can help someone else. And I help others by using my experiences and my wisdom to empower myself and others. That way, my self-esteem continues to build. This is the will of God. We take pain, we turn it into power and purpose. Okay? This is the will of God. Okay? I wish above all things that you prosper and be in good health, even as your soul prospers. So we're always on this journey of spiritual and soul alchemy, but it's a choice. And it's something we have to choose. No one can force us to do it. So whatever it is that we're having right now, whatever we're experiencing, we're choosing it. Okay? The mountain, card number 2 and 1. Again, I said, what are we saying to ourselves? 2 and 1 is 3. 3 is the throat chakra. The throat chakra connects us to prayer, invocation, mantras, chanting, and calling on our ancestors, spirit guides, and angels and ascended masters to help us with this life, with this climb on this mountain. I feel that I'm listening to an old, ancient African gospel classic. Lord, don't move my mountain. Just give me the strength to climb. I don't know why I'm singing that, but that's what came out. I got to put it out again. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, because it's an old classic. Lord, don't move my mountain. Just give me the strength to climb. So I don't know who that's going to resonate with, but definitely resonates with me. I have a few more cards of enlightenment that I'm going to ask for, but not yet, because I have 3 decks I clarify with. But we're going to turn over these cards that we have already, and then we're going to ask to show the darkness, anything that's dark and hidden. I use the Alice in Wonderland deck to search out the dark, hidden, subtle energies in our netter bodies. Okay? 1 came out. We'll see what they are. I'm going to get 3. So these will be clarifying just the whole entire reading. Well, they gave me 3. Oh, they gave me 4. Okay. All right, family. So we're at 23 minutes. It's not too long. At the bottom, victim consciousness. So many of us are probably still struggling with feeling like a victim. You are not a victim. You are a victor if you choose to be. It's about perspective. 2 and 1 again is 3. This is your throat chakra. I'm hearing affirmations. It's time to start listening to positive affirmations so that you don't allow this victim consciousness to take over you. Okay? You see the dark energies around this woman's head? It's just, it's, you attract what you vibrate. And so if you think that you're a victim and you think negatively, you will continue to attract those kind of energies. So we have to face ourselves. We have to face the spiritual warfare that we may be under, whether it's inside or outside of us, and we have to claim the light and declare the light. So let's start. We're going to start with the first column. At the bottom, we have, this would be the courts or like a new kingdom. So let's see what's after that. What's discipline? So let's see what it says. I can accomplish what I set my mind to. This looks like it has to do with the future and determination. Commitment is the key, new moon in Gemini. Now we have the Ace of Swords, truth. What is your ultimate truth? We have the 6 of Pentacles, giving and taking. Is there a balance in the relationships that you are in? Is there anyone giving more or taking more? The divine is guiding us into balance. And like I said, I'm not quite sure if the reading is going to go this way, but I believe that those of us that have suffered with an addiction of people pleasing, we're being transformed. I mean, it's been quite some time since I've been that kind of person. But I do have little residual moments where my heartstrings can get pulled on and I start to forget about my needs. And so, what the divine is telling me is like, it's time to start distributing. Because in the original Rider Waite, this card here, there are two people that there's a man distributing something, coins to these two people. But he's not giving the same amount to each person. He's giving according to what he feels they deserve or what he can afford to give. So we need to be aware that every person is not worthy of the same thing. You have to give according to a person's worth. They may deserve a little, they may deserve a lot, they may deserve nothing. That's for you to tap into your divine wisdom and to understand so that you can't get caught up in that people pleasing. So, what is your divine truth about how you give and receive? Okay? This is the ebb and flow of life. Okay? In the scriptures of the King James Version or just the Bible in general, Christians, it says that it's better to give than to receive. This is because when you sow, you reap. Okay, give doesn't always mean monetarily. You can give wisdom. What I'm doing right now, this is me giving of myself, my time, my energy, my wisdom, and so I'm giving this freely with no expectations. So, what is your truth about how you need to give in balance? Okay, because it's necessary to be in balance. We have two entities that control consciousness, the light and the darkness. So either we are being controlled by the light, which is wisdom, or darkness, which is illusion and delusion. The darkness can have you making decisions that harm yourself and others because of what? Ignorance. The light, which is the truth, can help you to be wise enough to protect yourself and to know how and when and who to give your kindness to. So, what is your ultimate truth about giving and receiving? And that way, we don't have to deal with this negativity that's here. Okay. So, it's about boundaries, mental boundaries, emotional boundaries, spiritual boundaries, financial boundaries. This is what I feel that the divine is talking to us about. We got another card about kingdom wisdom. Okay. And this one, the original one we had in the first row. This is a number 11. 11 is the first level of mastery. And what am I hearing? I'm hearing know thyself. Okay. Man, woman, know thyself. Know yourself. It's about self knowledge and self mastery. You have to know you. How can you take care of yourself if you don't know yourself? Okay. So that was an 11. And this adds up to a 10. 9 and 1 is 10. So 10 and 11. 10 is completion. It's also representative of earthly life in the physical realm. And master number 11, which is 8 and 3 adds up to, would talk about understanding self, which is the first level of mastery. Okay. Self knowledge, self mastery. Once you understand self, you can start moving into your purpose. Change. I understand that nothing can grow or evolve without movement. So we're being called to change. It could be not just physical movement, but mental and emotional and vibrational and energetic movement. Okay. The focus of our mind, the focus of our heart, the focus of our beliefs. That's change also. Change is not always moving to another environment, it's an inner alchemy. And so, what inner changes do you need to make in order to move yourself into this new dimension? Okay. Completion of an old cycle and movement into the new, giving birth to a new cycle. Expect powerful change. New moon eclipse. I believe we have an eclipse this month, or we will be having one. An eclipse is significant of closing out something and moving into the new, shedding one way of living, chapter, relationship, situationship, whatever, shutting that down and moving into a new way of living. And so, what is it that you need to focus on as far as eclipsing out of your life something that doesn't serve you anymore? It could be a way that you carry yourself, something that you do. It could be a place, it could be a person, it could be a lifestyle, a habit, anything. It's up to you to figure out what that is. So expect powerful change. Um, I would suggest if you don't mind astrology, look up an astrologer and see what changes are going to be happening with the planets so that you can use this energy to your benefit. This is really significant in alignment. The Magician. So that's really synchronistic. Look at that. So expect powerful change. The Magician. So that tells you that the divine is on your side. They're willing to help you with this transformation and this change that is coming, or that they're calling you to. And so you have everything that you need. You've got the pentacles, you've got the wands, you got the swords, you got the cups, you got everything you need. You got emotional balance, you have wisdom, you've got the resources within yourself to create whatever it is that you want. You got the passion. You are able to have whatever it is that you're seeking to have, whether it's a way of living or a state of mind or types of relationships, even if it's with yourself. You have the power, okay, to change your life. Okay, expect powerful change. And here again, we have change. So my guides are here. No doubt about it. No doubt about it. But it definitely has to do with moving into a new dimension of living. It could be spiritually or earthly. The tower in reverse. So many of us have been hit with a tower. There's some things that we should have done because the divine is trying to move us here, but we have not been obedient, or either we've been lost and confused. And so the tower came, and we're waking up to some changes that we're being called to make so that we can move into our divine purpose and our divine paradise. Okay? There's a way of living that the divine wants to give us, but we have to make changes so that we can align with what it is that they're trying to get us to. It's not just a freebie. We have to work towards this kingdom that the divine is trying to get us to. And so the tower has come. This is some type of awakening or some type of awareness that we've come into regarding something we need to change about ourselves. Okay? Something we need to stop doing so that we can get ourselves here. Okay? Another 10. 9 and 1 is 10. So we need to complete this old cycle internally. Many of us have moved physically out of a cycle, but we're not internally transformed mentally so that we can move forward properly with awareness. Okay? We need a new mindset to move into this new dimension. So the tower has come, and it's time for us to start taking self-inventory. All right, we got, again, like I was saying, we were in confusion. This is the third column. This is the maze, which is people trying to find, these people here are trying to get to the gazebo here. This woman has made it. These people are still going around in the labyrinth trying to figure out how to get to their destination, which is the gazebo in the center. Okay? 4 and 3 is about creativity. So we create through our thoughts, our will, our desires, even our addictions. So what are we creating? It's time to do some self-inventory. That's what it looks like divine is saying to me. Above that, we have adversity. I accept that challenges are the best way to learn. So I think that the month of October is going to be quite challenging for many of us. That looks like a pyramid in the center, and then this looks like an eye, right? So it looks like we need to, if you're not opposed to ancient Egyptian knowledge, maybe you need to do some research on it. Meditation is what I think about when I see this card. Maybe ancient Egyptian text can help you. If you've never gotten the book by, what is his name? Sir E. Wallace Budge. Metu Neter. Is it Metu Neter? Or is it the ancient Egyptian text? Just look up Sir E. Wallace Budge. You should be able to find the text that I use, which is basically like an original transcript of what would have been the Bible of ancient Egypt, okay? So we're going to be going through adversity. I think meditation is going to be key to get us up out of the trying emotional, physical, or what have you challenges that we're going to be experiencing in October. So meditating and transcending this dimension might be something you need to do to get through the month. Look at the bigger picture, full moon in Sagittarius. That's funny. Sagittarius rules the planet Jupiter. Jupiter connects us to the third eye, the pineal gland, your inner eye. So this is really synchronistic. This is all under the same column. So full look at the bigger picture. This is about us getting a more expansive understanding so that we can hit the target. The Sagittarius energy is an archer, and it's about precision. So we want to get really focused on what it is that we want to do and get precise with our goals and our intentions. But we first have to get our mind, all of our bodies, mental, emotional, spiritual, and even our physical body and our vibrational body in balance so that we can hit the target. Okay. We're going to do this through meditation and affirmations. Okay. So I see this as a month of going in order to get up out of this, the matrix mind. Okay. So that we can not be lost, but found from within. All right. There may be someone in your environment that feels like they need to win at all costs. That's what the Seven of Swords is. And if it is, don't allow any anger or disappointment to take over you. Just release it. Pray for the person. Ask the divine to help the person to get a better perspective on life and success. That this energy of being a tyrant is not beneficial to the self-esteem. It's very adolescent and immature, and it really does not look attractive once it's found out. And so pray for the person that they can understand what they're doing is not beneficial to themselves nor any other person. And ask the divine to help them to have faith that they can achieve their goals and gain what it is they want without doing this, being in the Seven of Swords, trying to manipulate a situation to gain and win at all costs. We all have the ability with this, like I said, with the Magician card, to accomplish whatever it is that we desire. The universe is on our side. We just have to work with it and not against it. Temperance, so synchronistic. My guys are definitely here. So it looks like it's going to be a very challenging month. I already see myself crying and dropping some tears. Not there right now, but I see it in the future. I can feel myself crying a little bit just to cleanse. So if you need to cry, cry. But you're going to need temperance to deal with this energy. There will be people that are in this energy that think it's fun to do this, and they enjoy watching people walk away. They feel that they've accomplished something great when they hurt another human being. They like it. They love it. And unfortunately, there are some people that this is just how they are. There's not just one person. There's two people. And some people are just very competitive, and without someone to try to harm, they don't feel good about themselves. So they have to hurt someone. You know, I think it says there's no rest for the wicked, and I'm not sure quite sure where that is in the Bible, but you can put KJV after that in Google, and you should be able to find it. There's no rest for the wicked, meaning they can't stop being narcissistic because they have an entity attachment, so they have to do something foul to another person, or they can't rest. There's a letter here at the bottom. So it was in reverse. So what it's saying to me is write a letter to yourself or write a letter to God. You need to get whatever it is you're feeling out. Don't just sit there angry, bubbling, pissed off, and just aggravate it. Get it out. Write it, but don't give it to anyone, okay? So that you can cleanse. So Spirit is telling me that we need to continue to cleanse our inner being. Perfect. There we go. Health. I will honor the physical vessel that enshrines my soul. You got to get all of the negativity out of you. If someone hurt you, forgive them. We're human. We make mistakes, all of us. But if someone continues to hurt you and you know it's intentional, okay, it's not about getting mad. It's about getting away from them. The end of a tough cycle approaches, full moon in Capricorn. Okay, Capricorn is also devil energy. So many of us are mastering old habits. We're attempting to master old habits. um, Cycles, ways of thinking, negative practices, negative people. We're learning how to maintain our peace by walking away from things that don't serve us. So that's why the end of a tough cycle is approaching, because we are learning to love ourselves better. We're connecting with our spirit guides through our throat chakra. We're calling on the divine. We're praying. We're calling in positive energy. We're declaring positive affirmations. We're asking the universal powers, our angels, ascended masters, and ancestors to come in and watch over us and protect us from all evil, seen and unseen. Okay? In this realm and in all dimensions. And we're being protected. So we're learning how to move into this new cycle through using our throat chakra. Capricorn is ruled by Saturn, which is ruled by the throat chakra. Also, the ancestors reside in this particular netter. And so the throat chakra is very significant in transforming, whether you're speaking to yourself, whether you are stating affirmations or prayers, using your words to transmute energy. Even if you want to sing, using your throat chakra is going to be very, very important in transmuting your energy and balancing out your health. Okay, very important, your health. And so you have to use your own voice, or you can use the voice of another, a person that resonates with you, to bring you peace. Okay, so I'm going to put these two together. These two cards, the end of a tough cycle approaches, full moon in Capricorn, and the letter. So as you write this letter for this new moon or this eclipse, new moon eclipse that's coming, imagine yourself releasing everything that has held you back, even your own habits, practices, and beliefs. And I'm pretty sure you can find it on YouTube. You can write the letter and then burn it. I will no longer, or write whatever it is that you are saying you will never accept it again, or you will never repeat this cycle again. Okay, the end of this tough cycle approaches. Okay, or if you are interested in having other people do Reiki for you or what have you, then do whatever it is that you're guided to do. But put some effort forth in transmuting this energy, releasing it by using your throat chakra and writing a letter to God and yourself, and then burn it. Okay? Fire is a transmuting energy, so it transmutes negative vibrations. In the first column, the last two cards are the Four of Pentacles in reverse. This says open your heart. Don't be so rigid. And this card was also in the reverse. Queen of Wands in reverse. Queen of Wands can be pretty quick-tongued. Queen of Swords. Queen of Swords can be quick to cut people off. Allow the divine to put these situations in review. You don't have to make an instant decision, okay, about whether you want to protect yourself from this person or not, or situation. Just allow the divine to guide you, and try to be kind to yourself and others. If you feel you've offended someone, say, I'm sorry, I apologize, I'm just going through a lot, I love you, and maybe we can work things out in the future. Right now, I just think we both need to take care of ourselves, okay? But don't be so quick to cut someone off, because we all go through transitions in life, and sometimes we get out of character. So just be humane and understand the humanity of us all, okay, right now. Try to be patient the best that you can. All right. Last four cards, we have discover your life purpose. Again, they're reaffirming what what came out in the front. Purpose. Okay. So spirit guides are reaffirming that. I know what I am here to do. Discover your life purpose. They're trying to get us to purpose and fulfillment. I told you, from pain to power to purpose. And I think that's what I'm going to title this video. And there we go again with another 11, 29. 9 and 2 is 11. First level of mastery is what? Self-knowledge, self-wisdom, self-empowerment, self-mastery. It all starts from within. You got to transform the inside before you can get to the outer work, the purpose, okay? So that's why it says discover, because as you discover yourself, the God within self, and your purpose, using your astrological chart and looking at the tenets and the corresponding traits that are attributes of that particular sign in your chart, being aware of the placements as well, it will help you to understand yourself better. And you'll say, wow, you know what? That is true. I am very this way or that way because I am a moon sign. I mean, my moon sign is whatever it is, okay? So you have to understand yourself. No one can master self for you. You are your own self in God. Take off your mask. Many of us wear masks because we're so used to trying to please. There we go, people pleasing again. Here she is with these ballet slippers. She's put them up. Like, I'm tired of doing the ballet. My feet hurt. I'm tired of putting on a show for everyone. She's tired. She doesn't want to do it anymore. Take off your mask. But this is the bold transformation that the divine is asking us to do, to stop being a people pleaser so that we can grow, okay, and find out our true life's purpose, okay? Because failure is holding on to negativity because we're allowing people to control us, okay? That's what failure is. Failure is not living according to your own inner guidance. That's what failure is. Failure, according to the world, is just a bunch of opinions, just like everybody has a toilet in their bathroom. I mean, that's their opinion. It's their toilet. It's not for you to go and sit on their commode and do your due, right? Love. And this is maybe about some people healing from the past. 8 and 2 is 10, closing out an old love cycle. What is it that you will accept in the future in love? Will you ever love again? Are you open to loving again? Well, that probably isn't something you're concerned about right now if you're in a place of of concerning yourself with self-mastery. Maybe you are in a relationship with someone and both of you are on the path of self-mastery and you're supporting one another in your alchemy. That's beautiful too, but it's imperative you understand what true love is, okay? And it has nothing to do with anything material. True love has to do with the spirit. And I think that's what the divine is moving us into, a better understanding of spiritual love, starting with self, God and self from within. Because you can't give what you don't have. And if you don't have love for yourself, your true self, then you don't have any love at all to give because you don't have it for yourself. Okay? Many of us have false ideas of what love is, but it doesn't mean you have the real love. If you have real love, you won't have to do what? You won't have to release negativity because you'll be happy. Okay? So heal your inner child by giving your inner child the ability to be who and what they want to be, who they are, how they are, made by the divine. Okay? When you don't follow your inner guidance, your inner child, because you and your inner child can never be separated. You know, what is it that your parents were unable to do that you need to do for yourself now? That's what it's about. I think the inner child journey continues on, and it is very important for us to continue to spend time alone with God and self. It's it's never going to stop until we transform into our spiritual form, and that's just what it is. So I'm going to get a few cards from the Ascend to the Light by Denise Jarvie. Thank you, spirit guides, ancestors, angels. I love you. I appreciate you, family. Something beautiful for the collective chosen. Please help give the guidance that's needed and lift their spirits and their energy. Healing. This is what they said. Healing. Karma. 5 is karma. Scorpio, Aries. We're still healing and there's nothing wrong with it. Okay, many people believe that healing should happen overnight. It's not. It may take an entire lifetime. Stop rushing your healing. Okay? It may take an entire lifetime plus another lifetime. We don't know. All of us have hidden pain. We have to heal ourselves. And it's between God and ourselves. Only you know when you're healed. When you're healed, you'll smile more. You'll be happy more. You'll feel joy more. You'll feel peace, self-confidence. You're just going to feel better about yourself. And you're going to care less about what other people think about. That's when you know you're healing. When you love you no matter what anybody else thinks. And that's what the divine is trying to get you to. Self-love. Because when you love self, you love God. And if you're loving yourself, God will honor you. God does not reward you for not loving yourself. Okay? I'm going to be honest with you. God does not reward the punishment of self. It says in Proverbs, there's a rod for the fools in his back. God will beat you down for not loving yourself. You have to love yourself. This is a part of loving God. Because God is a part of you and you're a part of God. So in order for you to love God, you got to love yourself. And this is why self-love and self-mastery is so important. Because if you don't know yourself, you can't love somebody you don't know. So how are you going to love somebody else? So you got to give yourself love so you can have love to give another. And this is why the divine is guiding us to healing. And it starts with the inner child. We got to take time, sit outside, get a notebook, sit amongst the wind, the trees, the birds, and talk to God Himself. There's nothing wrong with being alone. Being alone is a place where you can heal and come up, and the divine will gift you with amazing gifts. See, look at this. Ask your soul. Look at that. I can't. My guys are not a fake. Look at that. Didn't I just say this? Get alone. Ask your soul. And who is your soul? Your soul is God. Each one of us breathing and walking are an extension and a part of God, or we wouldn't be breathing and living right now. Once God removes His breath from us, that's it. But we still are a part of His spirit, but God is the one that gives us animation in this life. So we have to go to our manufacturer to understand how to properly function as a unique creation made by the hands of God, as a reflection of the universe, the macrocosm to the microcosm, the outer world to the inner world, the outer spiritual world to the inner spiritual world. But we have to do that through studying ourselves. No one can do it for us. You see the heart at the top? This is the divine love of God. Then there's another heart beneath that. That's the higher self. That's your Christ itself. Communicating with what? Your animal self, your physical body. See? But it's almost like this is your spirit body, your higher self, and then your spirit body. Okay? Mind is God. Body is here. And then spirit is also, well, mind is here. It's actually, all three are connected to mind because God is the mind. But the body and then the mind here, which is the higher self, the crown chakra. And then the upper one here is the divine mind of God. This is the love that divine's trying to give you to give yourself. To love yourself. This is meant for you to love yourself. But you can't do that without connecting to your power, which is God. So divine again is saying they want you to love yourself. Create a new life. 6 and 1 is 7. That's creation. That's Het Heru. That's the divine goddess of love, beauty, passion, compassion, romance, joy, fulfillment. Okay? So we're meant to create a new life, but we have to do it through self-love. We need self-love to do it. And the only way we're going to get to self-love is by healing ourselves. So healing our old karma is very important. Okay? We're going to get one more card, or however many cards come out of here. Ancestor spirit guides, ascended masters, whoever wants to come out. Let's close this reading out. I thank you for your divine wisdom, power, spirit, love, protection, and presence. Please give guidance for myself. Okay, we got 3 cards. We have fire dragons. Dragons, what did I say? Burn your letter. They are so with me. And here again, we got another 7. Creating a new creation, Het Heru, house of the creative imaging, using your mind and imagination. I invoke fire dragons to clear my path to ascension. Okay, so use the fire element. Whether it's fiery foods, whether it's the sun, whether it's heat, whether it's just you allowing that violet flame in the heart to transmute the pain of your past or whatever it is that's ailing you emotionally. Let's read what it says. Dragons are 4th dimensional elementals. They can access and transmute heavy vibrations that angels cannot reach. Are my spirit guides on point? Yes, they are. Archangel Gabriel oversees Thor and his fire dragons. You are asked to send out fire dragons, supervised by Gabriel, to consume negativity in places and auras, and then ask Gabriel's angels to replace the lower energies with a shimmering diamond of pure light. Call on a fire dragon to transmute any stuck energy in your own aura and to light up at a higher frequency so that you can radiate enthusiasm and joy. My ancestors are so on. Thank you, elementals of fire. All salamander. Thank you, salamander energy showing up in this reading. That's beautiful. Rakarabashikata. Thank you. This is a beautiful reading. I hope you guys are enjoying it. We got 2 more cards. The Sphinx. The Sphinx energy has always been on earth and watches over us. The high priest Ra, which is another energy of Christ. The statue of the high priest Ra brought it from Atlantis and placed it within the statue of the Sphinx in Egypt. Okay? So the Sphinx energy has always been on earth and watches over us. What did I say about the original card we had with, where is it at? Here it is, adversity. Remember when I said about the pyramid that's an obelisk, which is an relic of ancient Egypt, and then the third eye. Okay, so this is so it's correspondent of this. Okay, so the Sphinx energy has always been on Earth and watches over us. The high priest Ra brought it from Atlantis and placed it within the statue of the Sphinx in Egypt. You receive a charge of God force when you think about it, so relax and accept it now. The Sphinx contains the fifth dimensional records for Earth and the information within the crystal skulls. Okay, fifth dimensional records for Earth. So you want to look that up. The Sphinx contains the fifth dimensional records for Earth and the information within the crystal skulls. So you might want to research that. You are invited to visit the tunnel from the Sphinx to Hollow Earth, a portal of wisdom linked to the ascended aspect of Mars. What do we talk about? Full moon. It's time to release negativity right here. So there's a wisdom that's going to help you release this negativity. Read that? Remember that card? Okay. It's time to release negativity. Full moon in Scorpio. So they're saying there's an energy that you can connect to within Mars using the Sphinx as a meditative focus. Okay. The Sphinx contains the fifth dimensional energy records. The fifth dimensional records for Earth and the information within the crystal skulls. You are invited to visit the tunnel from the Sphinx to Hollow Earth, a portal of wisdom linked to the ascended aspect of Mars. Okay, so the ascended aspect of Mars is said to be, according to these cards, in the center of the Earth. Okay, that which can be found through an astral travel session. Okay, with Ra, and Ra is the will of God. Ra is Heru. So you can imagine Heru escorting you in a vision to Hollow Earth and taking you to the center of the Earth to get this ascended aspect of Mars, the energy here. And it says from here you can radiate peace and oneness throughout the universe. Okay, so there's a higher wisdom, okay, of a divine karma that is beyond the understanding of our animal earthly consciousness. So you can get that by meditating and asking Ra to guide you, or the energy of Heru, because it's the will of God. Ra and Heru are correspondent to the energy of the sun, which is the light and the life. So it's all the same energy. So in our adversity, we're being called to use imagination, the third eye. Okay, spheres 2 and 7, Het Heru and Tehuti, to measure in order to transmute any negative energy that we're facing. So a lot of meditation is being called for us to do in October. The amethyst skull, I can't. They're just on. I love them so much. Sometimes they make me want to cry. My guides make me want to cry because look what they just did. They just talked about the skull, and now it's right here. I can't. I can't. The Sphinx contains the fifth dimensional records for Earth and the information within the crystal skulls. You see that? Crystal skulls. Here we go. They're talking about the amethyst skull right now. So my guides are so here. And if you guys want, you can pray and ask my guides to help you right now. I hope your heart is good, because if you're not somebody with good intentions, you might not want to play with them. But if you have a loving heart, you can ask my guides to bless you or to even show up in your request. They're not solely mine. There's no monopoly on spirit guides. I'm open and absolutely happy to share my spirit guides with you, that they can help you transmute your energies and bring you to a place of a stronger understanding of self and enlightenment. I would love it. That's why I'm here. All right. During the golden era of Atlantis, again, each of the high priests and priestesses of the 12 tribes fashioned a crystal skull that was advanced computer and was an advanced computer, and programmed it with the knowledge and wisdom held by their tribe. All the information was placed into the amethyst master skull. So the amethyst crystal holds a master skull. It's a master skull. I think all this is in the fifth dimensional realm, like it's in the akashics, it's in the energetic, it's in the ethers. It's not something you can actually grab. I don't think. If there are some, they're probably sunk in the bottom of the ocean. Who knows? which is kept safely in the inner planes. There it is again. I just said it. I didn't say it, but I didn't read it, but it's there. Yeah, it's kept in the inner planes. Receiving this card suggests you look for the highest perspective in a situation that represents itself to you. Okay? So we're all transmuting energy. It's time to find the highest perspective. Explore the details, and when you have all the facts, take decision with wisdom and integrity. Of affirmation, I explore all the information before I take decision. So we're being called to reassess a situation before we make a final decision. However you do that, I send my energy of intention, hoping you have the best and most powerful clarity, because decisions shape our lives. Sometimes we take decisions lightly, and we don't have to be traumatized about it, but they really do shape our tomorrow. So I'm really hoping that you get the divine clarity and the will to be obedient to whatever you're being guided to do, so that it will save you time, anguish, and that it will bring you to a path of enlightenment, power, purpose, and fulfillment and happiness. Okay? So that was the Amethyst Skull. I'm going to bring it down with one more card, the Animal Empowerment deck. We got to bring it down to earth, right? We can't be in la la land forever. All right, let's bring it on down to earth. Animal spirit guides, you know I love you. You guys are my earth family. You come and see me all the time. Who wants to show their face? Give guidance to the collective. What do you want to say? Animal spirit guides. The cow. And at the bottom of the deck, the Black Panther. Step out of the dark and into the light. The panther says to step out of the dark and into the light. You might want to look up the panther as a spirit totem. We got 3 cards, actually. The cow, chew the cud, take time to consider. Did they not just say that? I can't. My spirit guides are so on point. Take time to consider. Right here. I explore all the information before I take time to consider. It definitely resonates with me. The last one you have is the gorilla. Gentleness and strength. So this is a mother gorilla and her baby. And it's learning how to use love to overpower our desire to be animalistic and aggressive. So they're asking for us to be tender and gentle. Okay? That definitely resonates with the temperance card that we had. I'm pretty sure I saw temperance somewhere, didn't I? I remember seeing temperance somewhere. So I want to go through the Rider-Waite's because these are the main ones that came out. We're going to keep it as simple as we can. Okay, both of these were in reverse. So this is, to me, take time to consider before you close off your heart. It's very resonant. The next one we have is 7 of Swords upright. Maybe you're the one with this energy. Maybe you need to humble yourself and think about what they're saying. Take time to consider.